Let's talk about analyzing evidence. Now, one important element of persuasive writing is that it's involved the analyzing of how the evidence can be used to support your position on a topic. Now, we all know that fact and opinion are completely different from each other. An opinion is what a person think, believe, or feel to be true or feel, but fact are just something else. Fact is just an indisputable statement about a topic that can be verified with the data or evidence, so that it is completely true. It have evidence to it. But an opinion is just what we think. It's just what we believe. It's not completely true. It's not like it have evidence to become a fact. Okay, so when we write persuasively, facts tend to be more convincing than opinion because we can verify them with data, evidence, or an expert testimony. That's why facts tend to lend more strength to an argument. So it's best to have more facts than opinion in our persuasive writing. When we are writing in our persuasive writing, we can still add our own opinion, but of course, it is best to have more facts than to have opinion. However, there is still a place for opinion in our writing, and we can still use them to support our argument, Like, first of all, let's say we give our opinion first, and then we gave facts to support our opinion. Now, everything we do always have steps, so analyzing evidence will also have this step to it too. 3-step to it. When we need to analyze an evidence, it involves 3-step process to ensure that we are effectively using evidence to support a position on a topic. So first, we review the possible solution to your problem. If there are several possible solutions to a problem, then we need to pick the one that have the strongest evidence for. Second is that we create a list of arguments for and an argument against. And so it can help us to evaluate our solution to the problem. Another way of thinking about this involved asking, we create a list. Another way is that we can ask ourselves, why is my solution good? What are some potential problems with the solution? The solution can include facts rather than opinion are the ones. So we definitely want to include in our writing because they can be more convincing than our personal opinion. Lastly, we consider both sides of the argument. At some point in our writing, we need to acknowledge the opposing view and disprove it as a way of strengthening our argument. So if there was a debate rather than a piece of writing, then we would need to be prepared to refute. That means to argue against something, to argue against what the other side would have to say about our issue. So if we, prepared to argue against the other side, then when, let's say, we're writing an essay, and then we gave all this fact, all this opinion and all, but of course, there will always be another side, another view to our topic. So we need to, write a little bit to argue against the other side, other view of the topic. It's just so if we do that, then it can also create it can also help us support our essay better because we're arguing against the other view of our topic. So basically, it's kind of like supporting our own topic, right? And of course, once you've started your opinion on a topic clearly, acknowledge the opposing point of view, and use the best fact possible to support your position. You need to make sure that your persuasive writing includes a convincing conclusion, and it should restate your opinion and summarize the best evidence that supported your opinion from the body of the paper. So that's it. Thank you for coming and have a great day.